I'm excited to have you on here. We have a very light agenda today. I just wanted to start off by giving you a financial update for December. We cannot wrap up our year end until after the 20th of the month. That's an audit requirement. We have to leave our books open and pay any 2023 bills up through January 20th and book them back to 2023. So there are no December financials to go over yet. We will release them next week. All looks good from what we're seeing so far. We just can't finalize them quite yet. Couple reports. We have a citywide phone project coming up. Our phone system is outdated. It's doesn't have any, we can't get backup parts to our phones. The system is so outdated. It's like there's no support for it anymore. So we ended up putting out a phone RFP, request for proposals, and ended up getting, I believe, 3 responses back. We graded those and came up with a vendor called Crescendo is the one who we are hoping to award the RFP to. So we're kind of in the process of getting an agreement together with them, pricing, things of that nature, and then it will come before council. We're hoping the first meeting in February. So council will have to approve that before we can move forward, and we'll present all the details, the prices and whatnot. We'll have the actual vendor at the meeting to talk about any detailed questions the city council may have. So I just wanted to give you a heads up that that will be coming to you soon.
Is it something we budgeted for?
It is.
Perfect.
And it looks like so far it's coming in under budget, which is great. Yeah, we've been planning for this one for a couple years because our phone, we're just kind of limping along with our current phone system, and we definitely need to get it upgraded soon. Also an update on, we have put out 2 other RFPs, one for a city attorney and one for a lobbyist. The city attorney RFP was due last week. We did receive 2 responses. We are putting a group of 3 people together to grade those RFPs, hoping to get that done and wrapped up. It would be nice to get that one to council the first meeting of February as well. So currently working on it. We were excited to get 2 proposals, and we will again just bring it to council once those are graded with our recommendation for accepting that and having a contract with a new city attorney. I will say our current city attorney did not submit one. So these are 2 new firms that we're going to be looking at. So just kind of a heads up on that one as well.
Angie, did we get anything from the lawyers team that Aberdeen uses?
Yes, we did.
All right.
Because that must have been the second one. I couldn't remember which one they used, but
Kenyon Descend.
What's that, Lisa?
Kenyon Descend.
Yeah, that was actually the first one we got. The lobbyist RFP, unfortunately, I don't have great news on that one. We did put it out for proposals. We did not receive any. The mayor and Scott have a meeting with our purchasing coordinator today to discuss next steps. Since we did not receive any proposals, we can actually go out and negotiate with firms that we want to work with. So that's going to be the next step. And hopefully get a lobbyist on board. Again, that will have to be a contract that we bring forward to city council for final approval. But we were upset we didn't get any responses, but it was due to the timeline that we had in there, and it was too tight with the legislative session. So we're hoping by loosening up that timeline a little bit that we can actually get one of them to agree to work with us moving forward. So we'll keep you
I have a
posted.
question on that. So, Angie, you know just as well as I do because of, the levy and everything. But I'm wondering if the firm that Aberdeen and Hoquiam use for lobbying might give us a leg up purely because of the groups that they're going after would probably be the same groups that we would look for some of that levy and diking.
Yes, so they are one of the ones that we reached out to. They asked for a copy of the RFP, but did not submit a response. So we reached back out to them and asked, just inquired why, and that was due to the timing. So
Yeah,
that's when I pushed it back to Scott and the mayor and said, hey, you can reach directly out, since we didn't receive any proposals, and try to negotiate something with them directly. So they're definitely on our list.
Good, okay. I
yeah.
just
And
figured
it's
they
one of
might
these
give
weird
us a leg
things.
up is all.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
familiar
it's
with
one of
our
these.
area.
It's one of these strange things where, yeah, we were trying to get it out in time for the legislative session that happened, and it's a short session already. So we didn't give them a lot of turnaround time, and we had a couple people that were interested, but just didn't think they could get it done in time. I actually spoke with one of them today. They're going to send me like their kind of statement of qualifications, but we're meeting at 3:00 to go over this. Obviously, this is big. It's bigger than anything we're going to accomplish in a legislative session. It's because it's going to have to go out to a federal level at some point. Obviously, to build that remnant jetty, we're going to need federal at least approval, if nothing else, if not funding for it. So it's going to be a long process. We just didn't want to we wanted to get our feet on the ground as quickly as possible, but we're having a meeting at 3 to kind of take next steps as to how we'll go back out and finalize this decision.
Okay. I have Shantae, our assistant treasurer, in case Allison and Lisa, you're not familiar. She's gonna give us an update on our ClearGov budget software.
Yep, so we have uploaded 2017 to 2024, all of our data for ClearGov. So we're just, they're importing it and getting it all mapped. We're on the final stages of having it mapped. I would assume that it's probably going to be complete by the end of the week, so that we can start working on the digital budget book and be able to see that online and kind of get it up and going. So we're just waiting for the data to be completed by ClearGov.
Yeah, so we're still on target, hopefully, to get that out on the website by the end of this month. So we're excited about it. It's just, it takes a while to get all of our data in there, make sure it's correct. That's what we're working on right now. It's all in there, but there's a couple discrepancies we're seeing. So we are going back and forth with them to make sure that gets cleaned up before we start building our online portal.
Right.
All right. I'll turn it over to Scott. He's had the hot topic of today.
Yeah, well, I've got a bunch of hot topics, and they're not ones that are going to necessarily surprise council. They're not like it's not a project per se that we're going to have to come back and ask for money, but I do need to let you know what we're doing. And a lot of it revolves around public works, and there's 3 or 4 things. Obviously, we've been working with Brumfeld and with the city itself. That's going to involve some overtime on the sacrificial berm. The good news is their neighbors down there sent Marshall a lovely letter. They're extremely appreciative of all the efforts that we're going in, but we had to make this berm a lot stronger and more powerful than we initially had thought. And we got permission to do it. That was the other key, that we received permission to do it from the Department of what am I thinking of here, Mayor? From the Army Corps of Engineers. That's what I'm saying.
And Department of Ecology.
And Ecology. So we were able to get permission to do that. We placed super sacks down there. We've topped off the berm with heavy rock. We think it's going to hold now, or it's certainly in a much better position. So we've been able to protect the city's infrastructure. But obviously that kept us extremely busy. And then with this cold snap that's hit us, on the second part is our water department has been having to do a number of things. We put out an alert today because people are, we have broken lines. We have people that are using water to try to flush. So we have extra sediment that's in the water. We're letting people know that. We don't anticipate that sediment will be there within the next 24 hours. There's no boil water orders. I've gotten that call already. We don't have to worry about that right now. But there's going to be a little brown discoloration in people's water, and that our water department has been working diligently to try to get, we've had everything from private businesses that have gone off, that have lost their water systems, the lines that have broken. Mayor, I don't know if you wanted to say anything more about that, or.
No, that's good.
So just, those are the things that we're working on, but it's been extremely busy for both water and streets as we're trying to grapple with, this cold snap and the storms that we've been dealing with. That's really all I've got.
It's been taking up a lot of time, that's for sure. All right, I'll hand it over. Mayor, do you have anything to wrap us up?
No, not really, except for the fact I want to have the next meeting at the library and have it open to the public. We can still do our Zoom like we're doing, but that's what I'd like to have done next meeting on the 20th.
Okay. All right, I think anybody have any questions or have any other topics to go over?
Is there a better time for Lisa and Allison? You both look like you're trying to eat as quickly as possible.
Oh, no,
Like,
I'm
should we-
writing, so
Okay, all right.
You're good.
I know
No,
how
no.
you
You
only
know,
get your
I,
break at a certain period, so.
no, this was supposed to be my lunch break, but there were kids in here anyway, so, because we have no subs, so I'm subbing. He says hi. And so,
Hi
yeah,
there, kid.
yeah, this time works. It just, depends on what's going on in the building, because we've got a lot of people absent today.
Okay,
course.
all righty.
Do we
Freezing
wanna
rain predicted
say-
75% chance down the I-5 corridor. So, and even in Hoquiam, Aberdeen, it was like 50%. So drive safe if you're driving outside Ocean Shores.
Oh, no, our
No,
Our
I have to go
fountain's
to
still
Seattle
frozen.
tomorrow.
Yes, Sarah, go ahead and discuss the issue with the golf course financials moving forward.
Well, it's not an issue, but just because it's finance committee and I know Angie will end up getting bombarded with, why didn't we hear about the golf course? The mayor has appointed a liaison of the council to do the golf course stuff. Financials, but not only the financials, to be able to give monthly updates on how it's operating and what's going on. So what will transpire going forward is that council liaison will meet with Mike Fosnick from Troon monthly, and then at the second meeting of each month, Councilmember Hartman will report on their financials and operating, and then quarterly at the second meeting of that quarterly month, Mike Fosnick will come and present the last quarter's worth of operations and financials with Councilmember Hartman, and they will both be doing it at this second meeting in January. So just in case anybody, save Angie an email or two of after this meeting.
That's good.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right, bye-bye.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Bye.
Bye.